He's the richest royal in the world, has jailed former lovers, disowned some of his children, made his poodle the chief air marshal, and ordered his courtiers to crawl towards him. It's illegal to utter anything against him, but now Thai citizens are starting to rebel. Meet King Maha, as he's sometimes called in international media, King Bling. Anti-government protests led by young people rocked Thailand last year after the courts banned an opposition party. After a pause for the pandemic, protests started up again mid-year. The protesters are calling for former junta leader Prayut Chan-o-cha, who took control of the country in a 2014 coup, to step down. But they're also calling for something else: comprehensive reform of the monarchy. Why is that such a big deal? The lese-majeste law is a law enshrined in the Thai constitution which makes insulting the monarchy a criminal offence that could land you in jail for up to 15 years. The law can be filed by anyone against anyone. The accused may be denied bail or held in pre-trial detention. Under the lese-majeste law, a Thai factory worker was charged for posting a picture of the late King Bhumibol's favourite dog on Facebook and mocking him in 2015. 2 students were jailed the same year for playing a fictitious one-eyed king in a university play. The court believed the character was a parody of the king. In 2018, a self-published Australian author, Harry Nicolaides, was jailed for 3 years over his book, which reportedly only sold 7 copies, but which closely resembled members of the Thai monarchy. He was later released, but they aren't the only ones. Only 4% of those charged in 2016 were acquitted. So it's a pretty big deal that protesters are calling for reforms. They want the lese-majeste law to be abolished, the king to stay out of politics, and for him to stop supporting a prime minister who protesters believe rigged the constitution in 2017 and rigged the election in 2019. So who exactly is the royal family of Thailand? The current king, Maha Vajiralongkorn, ascended the throne in 2019. He was the son of King Bhumibol, who ruled for 70 years and 126 days, the world's longest reigning monarch. A lot of coups and political upheaval occurred during the previous king's reign, but he was well loved and respected by his people. In October 2017, he was cremated after 1 year of mourning. In 2019, his son Maha Vajiralongkorn was crowned king. The post-coronation parade, which included 1,300 people and elephants, lasted 6.5 hours and cost an estimated $31 billion. King Maha is now the richest royal in the world and worth an estimated $40 billion USD. He grew up in Bangkok but went to high school in the UK and Australia, followed by 4 years in a military academy based in Canberra. He's a pilot qualified to fly both civilian and military aircrafts, and he flies his own Boeing 737 when he travels overseas. While he was prince, rumors of him womanizing, gambling, and being involved in shady business circulated. His own mother, Queen Sirikit, described him as a bit of a Don Juan in 1981. In 1977, he married his cousin Princess Soamsawali, with whom he had a child. At the same time, he got involved with actress Yuvadida. They were married in 1994, but he disowned her and 4 of their sons in 1996 and refused to pay their school fees. In 2001, he married a lady-in-waiting, Sirasamy, and had a son shortly after. But in 2014, Sirasamy was stripped of her title. 9 of her relatives were jailed under the lese-majeste law for abusing connections with the crown prince. And they're not the only ones who have met this fate after becoming close to the current king. In 2015, a well-known fortune teller along with another policeman died after being charged with abusing his name. King Maha's most recent love interest is a former Thai Airways flight attendant named Suthida. 3 days before his coronation, they were married and it was announced that she would become Queen Suthida. And 2 months later, the king awarded the title of Royal Noble Consort to another longtime girlfriend and former army nurse, Siniat Wongvajirapakdi. She's the first person to hold this position since Thailand became a constitutional monarchy. The palace released photos of her shooting and piloting a plane the next month. According to a Reuters report, the palace website crashed after the pictures were released. But then, according to a palace statement, trouble began to brew between the queen and the consort. Wong Vajirapakdi was stripped of her royal and military titles for disobeying the king and queen by plotting against the queen. Mysteriously this September, she was reinstated. But the king's romantic life is not the only thing that has raised eyebrows. He famously promoted his pet poodle Fufu to the rank of Chief Air Marshal and reportedly had him dressed in full Air Force regalia and seated at a reception hosted by the US Ambassador Ralph Boyce. In 2016, when the beloved pet died, he was reportedly given a 4-day-long funeral. Now that he's become king, he reportedly insists that courtiers crawl on their knees towards him and orders anyone who falls out of favor in his court to shave their head. But the reports and pictures get even stranger. In April 2020, King Maha was reported to be staying at a hotel in the Bavarian Alps in Germany with an entourage of 20 women. Hotels in Germany were shut due to the pandemic, but local authorities were given special permission to house the king and his guests. The king also owns a house which he frequents in Germany. Following reports that the king had fled to Bavaria, a Thai hashtag which translates "Why do we need a king?" trended in Thailand. He's even been sighted in a crop top cycling in Germany with his wife and entourage. But this is not the only interesting fashion the world has seen from King Maha. Here's a picture of him in a crop top, low-slung jeans and fake tattoos. King Maha has attracted a lot of attention in Germany after his long visits came under scrutiny. While the German parliament say that he's there legally because he has diplomatic immunity, if he issues decrees from Germany, he can be expelled. But King Maha isn't just an eccentric guy. In 2017, he requested constitutional changes to ensure his royal powers, including not having to cede power or appoint a regent when he travels abroad. He's also taken personal control of all crown property, which is now considered personal property, and assumed direct command of the country's troops. Many of the protesters say the property belongs to the Thai people. As calls to rein in his power have come from the protesters, the draconian lese-majeste, which hasn't been used since 2018, is back, and is being used to summon or jail leaders of the protest movement.